Okay, it's story time, ladies and gentlemen. This story is a true story, and it is about 20 years old. So, I've just got home. I've been out somewhere, I can't remember where I was, but I know it was late. It was around about 11:30 at night, and just parked up the car. And as I'm walking away from the car, I see just up the way there's a white lady walking, and she's talking to this black man. All of a sudden, I hear her say, "No." I'm looking. It's dark, right? It's 11 o'clock at night. I can't tell too well because where they were under trees. So it's kind of dark where they were. And then I realized he's trying to drag her back, take her bag from her. So she's holding onto her bag. And so he starts punching her wrists and punching her forearms for her to let go. So he leaves her, he gets the bag, he starts running towards me. I'm like, why is he running towards? Why me? Why is he running towards me? I'm trying to just go home and rest in my bed. Anyway, so as he comes, I start trying to block his path, right? I'm in the middle of the road, by the way. I've parked the car, I'm in the middle of the road. It's late at night, there's no cars on the road or anything. I'm in the middle of the road. I'm blocking his path. He's trying to sort of like get around me. He says to me, "Me, I gotta shoot your blood clot." I was like, "I dare you." So now I grab him. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Marley, your editor, speaking. My apologies for the temporary loss in sound. This man on the screen has clearly lost it. He actually just had 2 coffees before starting videos, and the coffee here is very strong in West Africa. In actual fact, all he did was trip the man over and allowed the man to let go of the bag, and he could continue being a Captain Save a White Girl. So now he gets up. He gets up off the floor, and he runs around this fence that's like in between the road and the pavement to get away from me, and jumps into a car that's parked behind me. He's in the passenger seat of a car that's parked behind me. The driver turns the car on. I grab the bag and I jump out of the way of the road. I'm scared because I'm thinking he could either hit me with his car, or he can come out of the car and the two of them can jump me now. So me, I dust out the way. Instead, they drive off, turn right, and they go. So I get the bag and I return it back to the woman. She says thanks and keeps going. Now, as a hero, I kind of expected more. I was expecting more than that from this white lady. She may have been a little shook up and not knowing what's going on. Maybe that was the issue. But anyway, I went home. I spoke to my lady and I was like, "Guess what happened?" And I tell her the story. He was there and she said, "You're an idiot. You're an idiot for doing that." And I was like, "What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to see this woman getting robbed by this man." I mean, the man was like 50 years old. He was like 5'5". I knew I could take him. I knew I could take him. It wasn't even a concern. I knew I could take him. Had to do what I had to do, didn't it? She was like, "Yeah, but what if he did have a gun? And what if he did decide to shoot you? And now I have no husband and my son has no father." She might get her mobile phone back. The girl who was getting robbed, she might get her phone back. But you'll be dead. You're an idiot. All of that to say, I get where men come from with their response to my previous video. In my previous video, I was talking about in the Gambia, the need for men to take up the position of protector of the women of our group. When I say our group, I mean diasporas. People who are of African descent, who've been dispersed across this globe and finally, a number of us have come back. And we need to look out for one another. And the position that brothers should take is a position of protector. Now, some brothers said, well, if a woman decides to come over here single, then she's chosen that she doesn't want to protect her. What am I doing protecting her for? And I see his point. Because when that car started behind me, I was scared. I was scared because the whole time before I was cool. I didn't feel. I was just like in Captain Save a White Girl. I was in that kind of mode at the time, and now the tables have quickly changed, and now I'm in a position of danger myself. So I feel those how the brothers feel, and at the same time I'm thinking to myself, well, what's the alternative? Over there in the West, we've been so screwed up as a group. And I'm not speaking about fault here. I'm not speaking about fault. I'm just speaking about a response. We've got a system that we all live under, and I don't care if you're in France, Germany, flipping Alaska, or Antwerp. So look, these brothers, they do not have the license or the permission to go out and just start saving people left, right, and center. We can't bear arms and walk around and patrol our streets from and protect innocent people from criminals. We don't have that. There's a system called the police service or the police force. That's their job. And if we are seen doing their job, then we are then put into the position of criminal, which will then mean that, they can shoot us. And secondly, a lot of women don't want to be under the protection of men. That's what I spoke about in the previous video, where I was like, I saw her, she was at the liquor store, the off license, talking to three drunk men, having a great old debate in her mind. They're all drunk, right? She's drunk, they're drunk. They're having this debate over these cheap bottles of drink. She didn't see that she was in danger. You cannot be out at night with men you do not know, drinking, thinking you're safe. That's dumb. I wouldn't do that. Unless I already knew the brothers and we've known each other for a while. I've been to their house or know their family and so on and so forth. I'm not going to just rock up with three strange dudes and just be like, yeah, let's drink together. Nah. But that's what this sister was doing anyway. When I told her, where are you going now? As my way to go home, I got pushback from her like, what do you mean? Where am I going now? Who are you to tell me what to do? I'm just your brother, just looking out for you. That's all. Take it or leave it. Maybe what I should do is wait till they take you around the corner and do what they're going to do, what they're all planning. Because I know they're planning it, because right now you look like a snack to them. So let's wait until they actually go and attack you, and then you can call me after the fact. So it's a weird dynamic, right? We've got this thing where it's like we are being called upon to be protectors of our sisters, of our aunts, of our mothers, and at the same time, when we take that position up, we're the ones who are getting called out. I've done some videos already. We had Dr. Beverly. She passed away. I didn't do a video about her. We had Sister Veronica pass away. I didn't do a video about her. We then had Sister Mary pass away. All of them are in a small area of Gambia. They all passed away, all at home, all on their own. And it was when Sister Mary passed away that I was like, yo, this is not right. 3 people. So then I did a video about it. After that, we had another sister pass away, Sister Andrew. Before those 3 people, there was another sister called Audrey, but she was about a year ago. I didn't mention her because there was such a long gap between her and these 3 sisters dying in quick succession. Here I am speaking out about how disgusting it is, how unprotected our sisters are, how you need to look out for yourself and how brothers need to look out for our sisters and so on and so forth. And you know, the feedback I got back was, it's because of you, Marley, it's because of your videos. You're the one that has caused Sister Shakina to die. It's because of your videos, this criminal saw your video and thought, I've got a good idea. What I'll do is I'll go and kill a black woman as well myself. I'll just do it because it's easy to get away with. I know that if these sisters died one after the other, and I hadn't said anything, and nobody else said anything, I just kept quiet. Everyone just, the feedback would have been, see, black men don't care because this is happening, and they won't even talk about it. They're talking about the weather, and they're talking about their food they're eating, and they're talking about everything else but this serious situation. So for me, it comes across like as a, well, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I'm not really like, you know, losing sleep over whether people like me or not. You know, I do my best, put a video out, and let the chips fly where they will. But brothers, I understand. So I understand, bros, that you may not have the appetite or feel like that's a good position to be in. You know, if you're protecting your wife and your children, you're doing your job, that's good. But if you're protecting everybody else's wife, everybody else's children, then that's not so good. However, if every other man is looking out for your missus as well as you're looking out for them, then it's even. That's better. It's a better position to be in to protect all. You know, this thing of like, well, I ain't gonna do it because that's not my position, or, you know, if she wanted protection, they should have a man. There's no need to wait for permission. If that woman is in danger, and you come along and nullify the danger, you can be as toxic as a masculine. You take all the toxic masculinity you can muster. She will appreciate it. You don't need to, look, do your job, and that will allow her to do her job. Play your position. That will allow her to play her position. Don't sit around waiting for permission, because it's not going to happen. What's happening is that everyone's become too bitch-made. If you can be cool and you can be relaxed in knowing that there are other black men who are out there looking out for your wife, looking out for her safety and making sure she's cool, that's better. Of course it's better. That sister I spoke about, she's back in America now. I think she's in Texas. She's back in America now. So there was no sad story to tell about her. So she wasn't a victim. Even though the way she was moving was like, please, like she was like begging to be a victim. The way she was behaving to me. We've got work to do. You know, as you would have noticed, you've come into Gambia, or you come into Africa, anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. Kenya, Tanzania, Namibia, South Africa, Botswana, flipping Zambia, or Gambia, what you'll notice is people connecting their tribes. They stick in their tribes, and as long as you have, as long as as long as when they say to you, "What's your good name?" and you say, "My name is Leslie Johnson" or whatever, and they go Johnson Johnson, there's no Johnson tribe. Then you are no longer seen as one of them. You're seen as an other. So we need each other. We need each other. This is the time to change what was. We were brought up in a system that screwed us all over, that made us all live in a position where we're like, look out for ourselves. There's a scene over in the Django movie where there's a brother who's been strung up and he's surviving because his feet can just about touch the floor. But he's suffering because he can hardly breathe. And yet there's other black people all around him. They're talking, they're playing pat a cake, they're on the swing, they're chilling. Right around this man who's suffering. Because in that kind of environment, you don't have the energy to be looking out for other people. You don't look out for just yourself. Minimum. It's the maximum you could do. Look out for this body, this temple. That's all you can do. We've been brought up in that system. That slave system has continued in the Caribbean, in Europe, in the Americas, in Canada, in South America, in flipping Australia. It's continued. But here now in Africa, now those of us who've come back, we can't continue this Western mindset because it's a slave mindset. Don't just look out for you and yours. Look out for you and yours, but understand that yours is bigger than just your nuclear family. That nuclear family thing, that's a Western concept. You see how these Africans move. They all have a big compound. They have people, they have extended family living together. So hear me when I say this. Yes, your job is protector. Whether these sisters understand that or not is highly irrelevant at this point because, trust me, if that sister is in a situation where she's in danger, she's gonna look for you. The whole time when she's cool, she's gonna be like, I don't need you. But when that sister is in mortal danger, when that sister finds herself with 3 drunken men behind some dumpster somewhere, she's gonna be looking for you. So you don't have to wait for the permission. You could just do this. We're going to talk more about nation building and moving forward as a collective, as a group, as a family. We're going to do away with those borders that people have put up around us. Oh, you're from Los Angeles, so you're not the same as people from New York. Oh, you're from New York, so you're not the same as those people from London. Oh, you're from London, so you're not the same as those people in Birmingham or Manchester. Nah. We do away with those illegitimate borders that people have put among us. We need to move faster with this thing and we need to nation build. Okay, so this is your brother Marley. Until next time, take care.